Hi, this is Tech Support by Artie, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make things bigger or smaller in Windows 11. To do this, we go to the Start menu over here, and we go to the Settings app, this one, or you can also go to All Apps and scroll down and go to Settings if it's not here. And with the Settings app open, we go to the System category and Display Settings, this one, the first option here. Next, we look for the setting Scale. With this setting, we can change the size of text, apps, and other items as described here. Right now, it's set to the recommended scale for this display I'm using, which is 100%. If you have a higher resolution monitor, you might see a different percentage, especially if your monitor is a smaller size. You may see a different number here for recommended. But if you want to make things larger, select the higher percentage, like 150%. You'll notice that the change takes effect right away. You can see that the text is enlarged, and UI elements like this one here in the background got larger as well. And we were advised that some apps won't respond until you close and reopen them. This is because some of these apps, especially those that are not designed specifically for Windows 11 or even Windows 10, they would still show up. They will look a little blurry or out of place until you restart them entirely. Of course, if you want to go smaller, you choose a smaller percentage. However, I would recommend that after you change your scaling, if you want all your apps to respond to this new setting, I would recommend that you sign out and sign back in. So let's do that now. So Start menu, click your username and sign out. And this will sign you out of Windows. And okay, sign in again. And this will hopefully restart all of the apps and make them aware of the new scaling setting. So you can see that our taskbar is larger than before, our icons are more readable, and UI elements are larger. So this is great if you're having trouble seeing text on screen. And by the way, this is for the entire Windows interface and all apps that run, so this is a global change. Now, one thing I need to remind you is that in the old days, or if you've been aware of this, you were advised to change the display resolution if you want to change the size of text on your display. And you've been taught that if I pick something like a lower resolution among the options here, you'll get bigger items. And if you choose a higher resolution, you'll get more space, but text becomes smaller. I would not recommend doing that because nowadays the majority of the displays that we use are flat panel displays. LCDs, LEDs, OLED displays. These flat screen displays prefer to be run in what's called their native resolution. And the native resolution is often the most recommended setting because it ensures one-to-one pixel mapping, that one pixel of whatever your computer is sending out to the display corresponds to one pixel on your screen. If you choose another resolution here, let me demonstrate. For example, if I were to choose this resolution, you'll see that it didn't actually change the size of text, it got smaller. If this were a monitor, you will see this entire image stretched out, but not only will you be able to fit less, but you are able to use even less of the display. I mean, right now you're watching a 1080p video, and I'm on a 1080p monitor, and you can see these black borders that correspond to the image that's outside 1080p. Okay, oops, I showed the news widget there. So if this were a real monitor, you won't see these black bars, but the image will be stretched out and will be distorted. So yeah, if this were a real monitor, it will be stretched out. If you don't know the native resolution of your monitor, probably look up the model of your monitor or read the manual. You will see the recommended resolution there in the display recommendations. And there are some monitors that will advise you if you're not running the monitor in its native resolution. So I recommend that you leave this setting in the native resolution of your monitor. Now, thankfully, nowadays, most monitors are able to tell Windows the moment you connect them that they prefer to be run in their native resolution, so you don't have to touch anything here. And this is especially if you're running on a laptop and you're running on your laptop's display, chances are this resolution is already set for you already. So I recommend that you leave this setting alone and change the scale if you want to make things bigger or smaller on your screen. So one more thing before we go. This setting is per user, so if you have multiple users, there are some users who want things to be larger, while there are some users who want things to be smaller. Perhaps they want to fit more on the screen. Each user on the system can have their own scale setting, so they can change this setting without affecting everyone else. They have their own setting to choose from. Whereas with display resolution, this is one disadvantage. If you change this, everyone is affected. All the users on the computer are affected. So change the scale setting. Pick a number that's suitable for you if you want larger text or you want to fit more on the screen. And this will hopefully give you make it easier for you to look at certain UI elements or make the most out of your screen real estate, especially if you have a higher resolution screen than I do. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.